and just subscribe. Just fucking do it. Alright, so today we're just gonna, or tonight, we're just gonna scrub the algae off the corals. That way in the morning when I wake up, all the corals are out and everything. So let's just get started. I might scrub some of this algae on this side, but I'm just gonna scrub the corals and get all the algae off. Cause there's really no other way. Cause I don't have a big cleanup crew, and honestly, that's the only way. There's algae everywhere. I'll show you after, but I just want to get started. So this might be a short live, unless somebody comes on, but I doubt it because it's nighttime. And I'll scrub under the water so you guys kind of see what I'm doing. But I like to scrub kind of parallel to try not to damage the coral. I try to avoid the skin of the coral, definitely. And I'm doing it at an angle. You don't want to go straight on like that. You kind of want to go like this. Well, at least because these bristles are pretty hard. It's better to get like a kid's toothbrush because they're softer. Alright, so now I'm gonna grab the turkey baster. And I'm just gonna squirt the crap out of it. So there's a little space invader that I got, but like I said, it's getting algae, and the algae's starting to kill it all inside. Right. I mean, I can still see some, but it's not as bad as it was. And then time for the little rostazoas that I got right here. Let me make sure they're closed up a little bit. Yeah, they're closed up now. You gotta be careful with these because they're soft coral. Oh yeah, they're definitely cleaner now. All right, I'm gonna grab these guys right here. You see the algae right there? Yeah, you can kind of see it on camera. On these hard skeleton ones, those are the ones you could actually brush straight on like that, but on only on its skeleton, not on the soft tissue. Okay. Yeah, so far I have to do this like once or twice a week. Kind of sucks. Yeah, once you see that one's done. There's like algae everywhere in the tank on the sand. Oh, this algae's getting annoyed right here. But it's whatever. Even though I think this tank's too small, I think I might just get a sea urchin. It says there's 2 people live. Oh, thank you guys for joining. 1916 0. I always call you just 1916. Thank you for joining, bro. Thank you so much, man. I usually have to have two phones so I can see your guys' comments. But yeah, thank you for joining, bro. I'm just scrubbing the algae off my corals because they keep killing them. If you let the algae grow, it'll start to kill your corals. Watch. 1916. All right. I remember, bro. Thank you, hey. Thank you so much. But if you look at it, there's like algae everywhere. See that shit? It was definitely growing on this coral. Atkins, what's up, bro? Thank you for joining, bro. I'm just scrubbing the algae off my corals. And then my sea anemone moved. I don't know if I showed you guys last time. I don't like it where it's at. It's on the glass and on the frag rack. Yeah, it was supposed to be just a short video, but I might just go a little bit longer. I was just gonna scrub the algae off the corals. See, I kind of cleaned their skeletons. I got tired of the algae. Man, I don't know if I should just... Yeah, fuck it. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go over the sand bed and try to kill as much of the... Or put sand over the algae just because I hate it so much. Like, I want to buy turbo snails so they could eat the algae, but they don't have some at Petco. And they said they don't even know when they're going to get them, so that sucks. I usually buy them there because they're cheaper. But I think I might just buy a sea urchin, even though the tank's kind of small for one. Cool, man. Did you name split yet? Hold on. Not all the way, bro. It's still there. I mean, you could see it. You see the two halves? It's not fully split. Oh, shit. It's hard to tell. It's not fully split, but it's like, if you're able to see the line right there, it's not fully split, but that's like the first half, and then the second one's right there. I have Trochus Snails. They are good cleaners. Yeah, bro, the Trochus are pretty good. I like Trochus also because I think they could reproduce in these tanks. The Trochus are pretty hardcore. I like Trochus Snails. See, from this side, the enemy's kind of like, I don't know if it's really splitting or not. Oh, shit. I didn't know I could do that. That's cool. Yeah, that's an enemy. The clowns are... Oh, shit. The clown's kind of going towards it. That's pretty cool. Said I really want these clowns to host it, but I think they're hosting more of that little algae that's right there on the snail shell. But I put the snail shell right close to the enemy, so maybe they'll go in that shit. This is why I always think they're breeding. They want to breed because they keep messing with the sand bed. It's almost like they want to clear out a spot. You see that shit? It's almost like they want to do their mating dance because when fish breed, they dance. And I seen clowns spawn before. But these ones are only about a year old, so I don't know. Oh, look at that shit. It's getting close to an enemy. That's pretty cool. Because I want the female to get close. Once the female goes in, this guy will go in. That's cool. They're getting ready. Yeah, Atkins. I hope so. That'd be pretty cool. I really want them to spawn. That'd be pretty badass. But like I said, the reason I went live was just to try to take out the algae. See that? I took it off on that side of the, what's it called? The Space Invader. But the left side's kind of dead right there because of the algae. And I don't like algae just for that reason. Oh shit. I haven't seen the clowns close to an enemy in a long time. See that? See that? See the black cloud? I said they're always doing their thing. I just hope they breed. That'll be pretty cool. I just wish that an enemy would move because it's on the frag rack and I can't move it without damaging its foot. You see that? It's like half of it's in the top half's on the actual thing, so I can't move these magnets, and then the bottom half's not on there. So if I move it, I know it'll damage its foot. So that's definitely not good. And it's hanging on the glass. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, pretty soon I'm look at that clowns. It's you saw that? It's spitting out sand. It's crazy. Yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna change the return pump and put a what's called a Maxi Jet 1200. I want to get the good water flow, and hopefully then an enemy will move out of there. Atkins, that's funny, man. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like I said, they were hosting a lot of hair algae before, and I think they missed their hair algae. But obviously, I don't really miss it because it keeps smothering my corals. How do I feed the nems? It depends. This one I haven't fed it yet. But usually back then I used to feed it silver size or different size of I mean different types of meat. But you just got to make sure you feed one that's smaller than the mouth. Can't really see the mouth because it's splitting, but get a little piece that's the size of its mouth but smaller. Right now I try to do like a mysis or even brine shrimp, but really I'm not feeding it right now. But once it splits, I'm definitely feeding it. But if your clowns host an enemy, the clowns will feed an enemy for you. Hey, but thank you guys for joining the live. I honestly didn't expect anybody to go on. It's kind of late. It's the only time of in 24 hours that I got a chance to go on. These guys are acting pretty weird. I wonder if they're just hungry. Just gonna throw some flakes for them. I was honestly thinking of changing water, but I think I might just do that some other time. Atkins, I always wondered how that works. How do the clowns feed them by hosting the NEMs? Oh, they grab a piece of food and they just spit it right inside the tentacles. Man, I used to have this old YouTube channel and my tomato clown would always feed an enemy, and I had a video of it, but I'll see if I could get that clip and post it in somewhere. But yeah, all they do is they grab a piece of food and they just start spitting it right inside the tentacle somewhere, and then the enemy will just bring it in. I mean, if these guys host it, I'll show you for sure. But I think they're more scared of the enemy than anything else. But you can see the center of that enemy's kind of, it looks messed up. You see that? That's because it's splitting now. It doesn't really have a mouth. I mean, there's a mouth in there, but it's not really a mouth. It's like a gooey center. It's kind of weird. Wow, I didn't know that. Cool. Yeah, man. I seen your tank. It's pretty small. I mean, cause you have a lot of corals, Atkins. I seen your little 10-gallon. It would be kind of hard to add an enemy without stinging everything, but if you set up a different tank, I think your clowns are will do a lot better in trying to host something. I was actually thinking of getting also a green bubble tip. Wonder if they'll like the green one. Yeah, no NEMs in that tank. Yeah, yeah, I agree, bro. Your little 10-gallon is pretty solid. And it's kind of like how you said, the fresh water feels like a saltwater tank. I mean, the salt water feels like a fresh water. The only difference is you just change or you mix salt. That's pretty much the only difference, but they kind of function similarly. All right. I think they are trying to host the GSP on the left. Yeah, I don't know why, but the oscillarists really love things that are green. Cause one time I threw in like a green long tentacles, and the clown started hosting it. It was weird because I had the rose for a long time and they never went in it. But you see that they love hosting this freaking hair algae. It used to be long. If you see a video that I did, the hair algae was like thick. It was like this whole square and like up to like right here tall, and that's too much. 1916. So the corals can grow on the sand. They don't need to be on the rock. That's a good question. The sand could kill your corals if you have sand that goes on the little soft tissue. It'll kill your corals, but the only reason they're here is because they don't have a flat base, so I could put it on the rack. I don't like having corals in the sand bed, but they a lot of corals can grow, but I don't like having anything on there. And the only reason they're there is because of this guy. This guy, you see it last time it was in that corner. Well, it was in this front corner, then there, now it's there. It keeps moving everywhere. So if I glue him on the rock, there's a good chance it could go on the rock and sting it, and then I'll kill the coral. So that's the only reason they're here, just so I could just get them and put them somewhere else. Just because I'm waiting for this guy to like settle down somewhere. That's a good question, 1916. But these are just here temporary. I don't like having any corals on the sand bed, and if I do, I get like a flat piece of rock like this, put it on the sand, and then I'll put the coral on top of that rock. And like I said, sand could kill your corals for sure. Um, yeah, it'll definitely kill a lot of your corals. Certain corals could naturally be on the sand, but even then, like I said, I'll put like a flat piece of rock or something, and then throw the coral on top. That way, the sand doesn't go on it. Because if you think about it, the sand's pretty hard. It's basically rock, and then the coral tissue is pretty soft, and it's kind of like having a sandpaper on its tissue, and it's not that good. Some corals can be in the sand. Most LPS, like lobos, plates, plate corals, stuff like that. Yes, see, some corals can be on, and then some corals like these guys, I don't like having them on the sand. But they build a skeleton, so they'll kind of get out of it. But like I said, I don't like having any coral in the sand because I like to just go with the gravel tube and just clean the whole sand bed. 1916. So the corals can grow. Oh, that's I already did that one. What they can move? Cool. Yeah. 1916. Yeah, the anemone could move. Um, there's this other coral. It's called a wunk. I think it's like a walking Duncan. It has a little worm inside the skeleton, and then it crawls. It takes the whole coral with it. So there's a few corals that move, but the anemones are the ones that everybody always looks out for because these guys definitely move. I'm waiting for it to move there so I can move that frag rack and clean it, but I can't move it because if you look at it, it's half and half, and if I move it, I'll damage its foot. And once you damage an enemy's foot, it's kind of hard to bring it back to life. Atkins, I have a candy cane on the plug, and the plug is on the sand. Yeah, that's cool. I wouldn't, I wouldn't mind a candy cane on the frag and then on the sand. But like I said, it's a lot easier with the candy canes because you can just get a turkey base and squirt off the sand. I never touch my sand bed, not even in fresh water. Yeah, Atkins, I feel you. A lot of people don't, but I, I'm someone that always, what's it called, gravel vacs and both the sand and the gravel. The main reason is because, man, this clown's acting crazy. You see that shit? Like I said, it almost seems like it wants to breed. Oh yeah, so I like to clean my sand bed. I don't like having a lot of the dirty stuff in the sand because if I move the sand, let's say it's all dirty, you're gonna see a big old cloud. And then like me personally, I don't like having anything in the sand bed. I like to prefer just to have like the glass and it's sterile. Like I try to go with like that laboratory sterile environment. But there's mixed feelings. I mean, some people say that they prefer a dirty sand bed because it'll grow different types of bacteria and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like even in a one with really dirty sand, if I gravel vac it, I feel like the corals come out even more after the gravel vac. So everybody has their own thing on it. Atkins, the snails and the goby pistol shrimp dig it up constantly. Yeah, see, a lot of people they put like different organisms or different creatures that will move the sand for them. Cause there's conches, there's a Nasarius snail in here somewhere, and it moves the sand. But like I said, but me, like I said, I prefer to just do it myself and get everything out. When I started my reef, I put the Caulerpa in the tank. I believe that helped me in the beginning stages. It's been really easy. Yeah, if you have like a some Caulerpa or what's called the Chaeto or Cato morpha, those things are pretty badass. They help filter the water for sure. I can see that this is my Caulerpa. It's really just hair algae that's growing. It's kind of like a little refugium. And like I try to kill it, but it keeps coming back to life, and it's real. Well, it was thick until I scrubbed it a little bit on that little corner right there. You can see a little bit right there. But I'm trying to kill this algae, but I guess it's doing the same thing as the rest of the algae. I wanted Atkins. I wanted to try a conch, but I feel like they get too big for my little tank. Honestly, the conches they're slightly carnivorous. Also, I think you should be able to add one in there. Just get a little one. They do. Some of them get kind of big, but just grab a little one. Give it a try. Algae is good in moderation. Yeah, algae. I think you definitely need algae in the aquarium because that's what's gonna sustain all your snails alive. Different organisms, especially like the pods. Like if you have copepods, like these little creatures, they definitely eat the algae and different fish foods that you throw in. So I agree. You definitely need algae. Algae is like one of the biggest sustainers of life in there. And then like phytoplankton or yeah, phytoplankton and different algae that are swimming in the water. Um, there's a number one creatures that absorb CO2 in the atmosphere. So the whole global warming thing, trees don't take up as much CO2 compared to algae in the ocean. I really wanted to try one of those smaller tropical abalone. They are so cool looking. Oh yeah, abalone. I have on my little tank. I have like these small micro abalone looking things. I love the abalone. I would rather have abalone than turbo snails, for sure. And I think they look cooler. This it's almost like a slug with a little shell in the middle. It's kind of crazy. I like the abalones for sure. Definitely get one if you get your hands on some. Add them in. I never seen for sale. Yeah, you kind of had to ask for them. I have seen them, but usually they're small. But sometimes when you go to other people's tanks, you might see like these little tiny ones. Just grab some of those if you can, cause those are like next time I'll try to, cause my tank's off, the little 2 gallons off. I know I have like small little abalone, but they're real tiny. It's hard to even pick it up on camera. I think they're more like hitchhikers, but if you want like the real big ones, you definitely have to probably ask your local fish store to order some. Atkins, I have a clam that came with. Oh man, message disappeared. I have a clam that came with the feather duster. He's cool, really reactive with the phyto. Oh, that's really cool. You have a clam with the feather duster. That's really cool. And feather dusters are really cool. And I like the feather dusters and the cocoa worms. Cocoa worms are also pretty cool. Oh, Atkins, I think you have a cocoa worm. The clam is small. Oh, that's pretty badass. I wish I had a clam. I might add a little clam sometime, but I don't know. If I get my hands on a small clam, I think I'll just add it in here. That'd be pretty cool. See, these guys are starting to come out again after I scrub them down. But like I said, man, this algae is just, it's giving me a big problem. I think on my next live, I'll do another water change. This week I did I did two water changes to try to get rid of the algae on the sand, but it just keeps coming back. Sometimes I feel like my snails are lazy. I got like four snails, four big turbos, and there's like two hermit crabs. Atkins, the store I got the feather duster, cocoa worm, laugh loud. That's the difference. I honestly didn't know, but they told me to dip it because they had aptasia on it. But I thought the dip would hurt the inverts. It depends what dip you use, but I seen that most dips probably won't kill the aptasia either. You'll probably kill everything, so that's a good thing you didn't dip it. I agree. Like I said, for the aptasia, bro, if you look at my, I spotted like the three aptasias this week. See that corner right there? I glued it right there, and I glued these two little ones that I saw right there. They were real tiny, but I know there'll be a problem in the future. And then this is the first time I ever seen this. It almost looked like a tube. I was wondering if it was like a, what do you call it? Vermitid snails, but it's soft. It's almost like a, I don't know how to describe it. Either like a fungal or some, I don't know what the heck. It's like this little soft tubey thingies. Like when I use the turkey baster, it just it collapses. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I've never seen that. But I think it might be a lot because of the water flow. The only dip I do is for the zoas. Yeah, zoas, they could carry like a lot of different pests on them. Well, because they squeeze in between the tissues or in between the polyps, and definitely there could be something out, something in the zoas. You might even get like flatworms, little worms. I think it might be. I'm still waiting to see if it grows, because if they're vermitid snails, I'm gonna go in there and cut them up. But watch, hold on. Let me get my turkey baster. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's kind of weird. Watch, I'm gonna turkey baste them, and then you're gonna see them collapse a little bit. You see that? It collapses, but it's still there. You see that? And if it was a, what do you call it? If it was a vermitid snail, the tubes don't go like that. You see that? I've never seen that, and I don't know what the heck it is. I don't know if it's good or bad. You saw that shit? It was kind of fucking weird. I've never seen that before. Anybody knows what that is? Let me know. But I was thinking it might be like beginnings of a sponge, or I don't know what the heck it is. Little worms, I think. Yeah, like I said, it might be some kind of worm. I just don't want it to be vermitid snails because those are the worst. 1916, would concrete mess with the system or certain materials? Honestly, 1916, some of this rock, because this rock is fossilized coral, but what we did is that we started making cement rock to put stress off the reefs. So a lot of rocks you see now are made out of cement. So if you use cement, try to get like the aragonite or calcium carbonate, and then use that to mix your cement. But yeah, you could use concrete, but just be careful which concrete you use, because some might be toxic. But for the most part, most concrete that I use for aquariums or for to make ponds and shit like that, is pretty safe. And certain materials, yeah, just avoid anything with a lot of metal or anything with metal, and you should be good. 1916. Atkins, I have found a lot of weird stuff in my reef. I have no idea. Yeah, you're gonna, like, 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're gonna see a whole bunch of weird shit growing all the time. But like I said, that was the first time I ever seen that. I never seen like a collapsing tube like thing, because vermitid snail tubes don't go like that, and I have no clue what that is. I've never seen, like I said, I've never seen that before, and I've had a lot of rocks before. Some materials are very harmful. Yeah, a lot. Some plastics are also harmful. You gotta get, was it plastics that don't have, what's it called, BPA or some weird shit. So you gotta definitely be careful what you add into the aquarium, in terms of materials. I usually test it out in the freshwater systems before I push it into the saltwater. It's kind of funny, but I do. And then, like this rock, I was wondering if it was still safe to add it to the aquarium, because I had this flat piece of rock when I used to breed the freshwater fish, but then I soaked it in vinegar and a whole bunch of nasty, I don't know what it is, but it was really dirty. And then I threw it in the freshwater system, and then I threw it back in here. And this rock, this little flat piece of rock, I had it for like about 10 years. It's like a little flat piece of rock. I don't know what kind of rock it is. It might be basalt, but I have no clue what it is. I gotta talk to like one of the geologists at school. But 1916, if you wanted to set up like a pond or some kind of anything with cement, yeah, you should be able to do it. And like I said, we've seen a lot of saltwater ponds and stuff like that. Also, they're starting to become really popular now. But try it, man. 1916. Don't be scared to just try it. Even if you get a little tank like this, this tank is pretty small. It's like a little, like 15 gallons, somewhere there. And you can just, like I said, you're never really gonna be ready. You just gotta dive right in. But yeah, just definitely just get started, man. I know you said you wanted to get a tank, so just get one. And like I said, there's a lot of people that could help you out, but like I'll definitely easily help you out. And then just start off with things that are pretty easy to keep. Like these are actually pretty easy. They're not that hard, but they're considered more like a medium or moderate skill level coral. Atkins, you should get some LPS corals. You should be able to get like these guys also, like the frog spawns. They're starting to come out a little bit. Yeah, I think when I was scrubbing it, I think I might have messed up the tissue a little bit on this on the Space Invader, but that's why I did it tonight. Cause corals, they grow at night. They grow their skeletons at night when the lights are off, and then during the day they're doing photosynthesis, so they produce the sugars and stuff. But corals grow at night. I saw a documentary a long time ago, and the coral reefs they grow at night and they start fighting mostly at night. So something to think about. I have one LPS, a candy cane, but yeah, I definitely want some frog spawn soon. Coral pricing is insane here. Oh shit, I know, bro. Like the prices of corals have gone up like so bad. But Atkins, if these guys keep growing, I'll send you some. I mean, just pay for the shipping and I'll send you some corals. Uh, and plus, you're what? You're in I forgot if it was Washington or Oregon. It's just the one state up, and I think the shipping's definitely easier. But I'll give you some of these. Like I said, I don't care. This is the traditional frog spawn, the one on the right, the green with purple, and this one's a little bit more rare. It's like a green with the green tips. On white light, it might look like a brownish green. And then Atkins, I'm in California. 1916, definitely. I've been watching a lot of reef setups. Love the colors. Yeah, yeah, 1916. When you get started, bro, I know you're in Southern California. I'll send you some corals or even drop them off myself. And like I said, once these grow, 1916, they split, and I'll send you some for free, bro, or I'll give them to you for free. Watch, this tank's turned off. Alexa, I mean computer, turn on the. Damn, what the hell was it? Computer, turn on the Kessel.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Look, 1916. You see the? Oh shit. You see this coral? It's the same one that's in the sand over there. These two, but on this tank, they've kind of taken over. Everything's sleeping right now, but the polyps, they just keep growing, and I'll send you some, and eventually they start touching and killing each other. So, like I said, you see that? I could just cut it right down the middle and send you one. Just set up the tank, bro. Same thing, Atkins. Nay love. Hey, Nay. Nice to see you. I'll read your comment right now. Computer, turn off the Kessel.
Okay.
But we're just, it's because it's nighttime. I usually have the light usually off at this time. Atkins in Oregon. What about you? It's Cali, right? And then Nay Love, HCB Chemistry, just stopping by to show some love. Have a good night. Oh, thank you, Nay. Good night. Nice to see you. Thank you for the support, Nay. Seriously, thank you. Atkins, Cali, that's right. Yeah, Atkins. Like I said, I usually don't sell the corals to people that I know. I just give them away because they keep growing, and then if they just keep growing, they're gonna start stinging each other and they start killing each other. So I always have to cut them up. But these two corals are from the same colony as that little tank that you just saw. Like I said, this tank looks pretty much empty because the enemy. But once an enemy settles somewhere, preferably like on this side somewhere, I'm just gonna build all the corals right around the enemy. Nate Love 1916. Yeah, Nate. You can see a lot of the people we always talk to on different podcasts. Nate Love, what's up, sister? You're a good dude, bro, for sure. Oh, thank you, bro. Like I said, I just try to help everybody with their tanks and stuff. Especially if you use the salt that I use, bro, the one that I make. Since I know they're definitely gonna stay alive, I give them out for free. I usually struggle to try to give them out to people that use different brands of salt because you always have to adjust the chemistry and it's kind of hard. And I don't want to kill the coral. Like I don't want to just send the coral and it just dies. Atkins, I gotta move some of the xenia out. Need space for the coral I like. Yeah, bro, you gotta the I saw your xenias. Man, they taking over your whole tank. You got like two different xenias. You got the pulsing and the what's it called? The long polyp, or I forgot what it was called. But your xenia is definitely taking over. It's actually a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I gotta move some xenia out. Oh, I already read your. Does sunlight affect the tank? Do close your shades or it doesn't matter? Yeah, 1916. If your tank's close to the, or if it gets a lot of light from the sun, you could just grow a lot of algae. But me, I think it's not a bad thing. That tank that I just showed you, that little one, is close to the window, and I let the sunlight hit it. As long as it's not being hit all day, but like if it's hit by like an hour to like 3 hours, it's not that bad. Your corals, like what we do, we try to mimic the sun. So if you get a little bit of sunlight, it's good. But one thing to consider is the depth of the coral that where they live. Some coral might live like in deeper water, and they prefer like a bluer color of light rather than like a white. But even then, they'll benefit from the sunlight. So it's not that bad, but you just gotta watch out for your algae. Like in this tank, there's a little bit of foil on that window screen. I mean, I didn't put it there, but it's there just for the algae because this thing had a lot of algae before. Atkins Nature's, what salt do you use? I'm using Fritz RPM. Atkins, I make my own salt. Since I know chemistry and I studied chemistry, I make my own salt from scratch. Like I calculated every single of the major elements, and then what's it called? I basically package the salt. Watch, let me show you real quick. Let me go grab a package real quick. All right, Atkins. So this is the salt I use. So if you look at it, it has all the different chemicals in there. I mean, different salts in there. It's more granular because it's just basically all the pure elements in there. You see that? And it's a lot of different elements are in there, and I measure it, and then when I sell it to people or people get it off me, I use a black bag. You'll get a black bag, but I use a white bag for my video so people could see what I'm using. But this is a salt I use. It doesn't have a label on it, but when I send it, it's gonna have a label, the Interstellar Oceans label. But this is a salt I use only. Like I said, I have the when you get it, let's say you get some, you're gonna see a black bag. The white bag's just for me, so I could do videos and you guys can see what I'm doing or just see the salt. But that's what I use, and I make it from 1 gallon all the way up to 50 gallons. So, however gallons you mix at a time, you cut the bag and use the whole thing, okay? But this is the salt I use, okay? I don't use a different brand of company. I'm usually trying to promote myself. I guess that's why you see me on the live right now, trying to promote my salt. But that's what I use. But I've never used the Fritz because, like I said, I created the salt like in 2013. So since 2013, I haven't been using a different company. I think I have used Fritz, but for other people. Atkins, Xenia is a nitrate sponge. Yeah, bro. Xenias are crazy, man. Especially when they start growing. 1916, mimic nature. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, yeah. And, try to mimic nature as much as we can. Like this light that we have, we try to mimic nature. Oh yeah, 1916. Get this light, okay? If you get a little tank, get the Kessel. Even if you get a big tank, they make a bigger lights of the same brand. And it's beginner friendly. All you gotta do is adjust the color. Watch, I'm gonna adjust the color to a wider. Oh, this is bluer, but that's a wider spectrum. You see that? So you adjust the spectrum, the intensity, and it's pretty user friendly for beginners. And even me, someone that's been doing this for a long time, I really like it because I don't know, it's just pretty easy light to get used to. But that's the bluer look right there. That's the bluest that it goes, but I don't like it. I mean, the colors of the corals pop out. So 1916, the colors of the coral they get more bright with the bluer light, and with the white light they kind of it's like a fluorescence. It's kind of weird. So the fluorescence is a lot less in white light depending on the coral, but these ones that I got, they pop out with the bluer light more. And then that's the light where I run it. It's mostly blue, but with white in there. You see that? That's where I run the light on my tank. So when you get this light, just get whatever color you like on it, the color spectrum. When you adjust the knob, and then just leave it there. And never change it because when you change it, it's like you're starting the corals all over. 1916, change the water for the live. Don't be lazy. I got some salt water still mixed up from last time because I didn't use it all. I could probably do a water change right now if you want. But like I said, I have the water already mixed up. Atkins, dang, Mr. White, we doing some chemistry. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely been doing some chemistry. Atkins, and like I said, I measure all the elements, so I don't dose anything in here. I don't use no 2-part. I don't dose anything. I do add a little bit of iodine and amino acids, and then when the water evaporates, watch. Let me show you something. So this is the water I have when the water evaporates. It's a little water bottle, but watch. I'm gonna add some chemicals real quick. All right, Atkins. Let me show you something real quick, and also 1916. It'll be good for you to learn. All right, so this is the Kalkwasser or the calcium carbonate, and then this is obviously baking soda. Okay, so when the water evaporates, see that? When the water evaporates, I use a 50-50 mixture of both of these. So I'm gonna dump it inside the aquarium. But I know Atkins, I seen your auto top off, and I know you use the calcium carbonate. I mean the calcium hydroxide or the Kalkwasser. I would mix it in with a little bit of baking soda, and then you should be solid. Watch. All right, so So this is a small little tank. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this, the baking soda. I mean the calcium hydroxide. You see that? Just a little bit, maybe even a little bit more. Why not? And that's gonna be all, cause the calcium hydroxide doesn't really dissolve if you add too much, cause it'll increase the pH. So what this does, it makes the pH go high, super high. Okay, so oh, Atkins, you're not using Cockwater. Okay, it's all right. So let's say this makes the pH go really high, right? The Cockwater. What the baking soda does, it buffers the water so it doesn't become too basic or alkaline, and it prevents from anything acidic from dropping the pH. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of this, and that's it. Okay, you saw that? Just a little bit. Just add a little bit of baking soda to your top off. All right, so that's my water. Okay, my top off water, or water from your reservoir, and then I'm gonna dump the whole thing right into the tank. There you go. It's gonna shoot it out. I should have dumped in the other back chamber, but it's all right. And then that's all I do. So when the water evaporates, all right. So that's all I do. Okay. And it'll keep the pH high, and it'll buffer the water at the same time. And just do that to your auto top off. All right. That's Lafayette. That's what I was thinking. Heisenberg, HCB. 1916. That's funny. Atkins Nature. That's cool. I'm not that smart, man. I just buy it off the shelf and mix it to 1.026. A pH of at least 8 to 8.3 and DKH of 8. I forgot what the units of DKH mean. But yeah, as long as you mix it to 1.26, and then even if you don't use my salt, Atkins, just keep your pH high using the hydroxide and a little bit of the sodium bicarbonate or sodium carbonate, and you should be solid, bro. But then again, you're gonna have to be adding other chemicals if you use other brands. I just calculated for everybody, so they don't have to worry about it too much. Okay. I mean, the enemy kind of reacted a little bit, but it should be cool. But see, these guys, they're out. It's not really negative affecting them. And then let's say you add too much. You could always add just the clean, fresh water in there, the RO water or whatever, and throw it in there. Okay, so that's why I said just add a little bit. Don't go overboard with that, okay? So it's like a black light, huh? Is it just for the look, or the effects of the growth also, or it affects the growth also? It's for both, Atkins, for the blue color spectrum. Some corals they do better in blue light, and then other corals that grow near the surface they prefer like the whiter look. But for sure they fluorescent. They're kind of almost like scorpions and certain spiders or tarantulas. They glow in the dark. Um, but I think it's for both the coloration and the coral growth for sure. Only I noticed that in bluer light they might grow a little bit slower compared to white light, but the white light you won't get the coloration. So that's something to think about. But I prefer the bluer look, and then I think it grows pretty good. Okay. It depends on the coral mostly. Oh, sorry, 1916. You're the one that said that. Yeah, 1916. This is kind of like a the blue light, it makes them fluoresce. It's kind of like the black light thing. And corals, they prefer depending on the depth, the water depth, they prefer the bluer look or the whiter look. And hold on. Yeah, they prefer the bluer or the whiter color spectrum. But for the most part, most coral will fluorescent with the blue light. Not using Cockwasser, but I need to. You could use a different hydroxide. I prefer to use sodium hydroxide, but I don't have it. I don't have any sodium hydroxide. Otherwise, I would have used that instead of the Cockwasser or the calcium hydroxide. Because the calcium hydroxide, if you use too much, you're gonna have a whole bunch of it settled down in the bottom of the thing. So I mean, and then a lot of people say to throw vinegar, but don't do that shit. Cool. How much do you think to add to an auto top off reservoir? 5 gallons. Let like about the size of. I know you might have this. I think you do have this. What's called this thermometer? Probably like half of this Kalkwasser and the other half just the magnet. You see that? Do like half of the magnet size of a hydroxide and the other half of the sodium or the baking soda, and that should be plenty. Don't add it too much. You want to make it so the water in the reservoir is still as clear as possible. Okay, the clearer the better. But make sure that it has both 50-50 mixture of it, and you should be good. And if you don't have the Cockwasser, just use a little bit of baking soda. Okay, it'll definitely help you out a lot. Oh, 2.5 gallons. Oh, use as much as you just saw me throw in, just a little bit. If it's 2.5 gallons, just do a little bit. And like I said, you want to use a 50-50 mixture, but make sure that the water is clear, okay? You don't want to have any residue or undissolved chemicals in the bottom. Atkins blue light with the orange glasses is legit. Glad I got a pair of those, making the corals pop with the blue light. Oh, that's really cool. I haven't. I've been wanting to get those glasses or whatever, but I haven't been able to. I mean, I should buy some, but it's like whatever. But they are pretty cool because when you put the bluer spectrum all the way blue, it'll definitely pop them out. Now you can see the anemone kind of reacting to the carbonate and everything because I I threw it right into the this first chamber. I should have thrown it in the back one, and I just spit it right over there. Give it a few minutes and it should start opening up again. Left allowed, I have that exact one, yeah. Are you talking about the baking soda or the light? Oh no, the baking soda, right? Yeah, if you have that baking soda, I just use it because you want to use the food grade one and make sure it doesn't have any other chemicals in there. And like I said, it will definitely help you out because the baking soda will buffer the water so it doesn't get too acidic nor too basic. And you see the frog spawn, they love it. They prefer the higher pH of the water. They're starting to come out. The anemone reacted a little bit just because it got a little bit of the direct flow of the Cockwasser or the hydroxide. But these guys, see that? They're doing solid. I mean, they weren't like that a little bit ago. Oh, that thermometer? Yeah, see? That's why I compared it to your thermometer. But if you have a 2 gallon, just use about that much. So about that much of the hydroxide and the same amount as the baking soda, which would equal about like half of that. You see that? Of the thermometer. Use about that much in your 2 gallons and like I said, just try to keep it as clear as possible, okay? Yeah, these guys are opening up. You see that? And you saw how closed up they were. They're like 50 or like a good 50 to 70% out. Probably like 50% to 60. But I'm not sure what time you went on the live, but I was scrubbing the crap out of them. 1916. Oh, I see it. Yeah. But definitely just add a little bit of baking soda. 1916. Yeah. Just if when you get your tank, baking soda will help you out a lot, and just to keep the pH high. Because if the water gets too acidic, it will start to dissolve the skeleton. And since the sodium has bicarbonate or carbonate, it helps the skeleton or the corals produce skeleton. Okay. But those guys are doing solid. The enemy's starting to kind of decontract. You see that? But it's good. It's all good. Just hopefully, hopefully that the enemy gets irritated enough to move. That'd be pretty cool because I don't want it there. And then get out of that spot. Oh shit. Oh yeah, 1916. If you get a little tank like this, get one that's called all in one. And basically, all that means is that it has the filtration in the back. Like this particular tank, it has like a little what do you call it? Like a filter sock right there. You see that? That you take out. The little sponge, I threw it in there so an enemy doesn't get stuck where the water drains. And then it comes with these little balls. They're called bio balls. I barely added these yesterday, but the tank came with them, so I just said, "Fuck it, just throw them in." So in case the little clownfish, I mean the clownfish breed, I take these little balls and throw them into a different tank, and then that would what's it called? It would instantly cycle the aquarium. But that's all it is. Oh, and then it has the little pump on this right side where I threw in the little solution, and then it just blasted it straight to the enemy. And then we kind of got pissed off, but it's whatever. But these guys that didn't get that direct blast of the cockwaster, they're doing solid right there. Look at that, they're coming out. Well, I should be heading to sleep, man. Getting tired. See you guys around. All right, I can see you. Good night, bro. I might end the live pretty soon, but I'll just be here on for a little bit more. But thank you for joining, bro. 1916, the one on top, a brighter now too. I don't know the name. Sorry. The Are you talking about the light 1916 or the the one on top, brighter now too? I don't know the name. Sorry. Oh, you're talking about this one? That coral right there? Yeah. Watch it. It might get brighter right now. I'm gonna change it all blue. You see that? And then all white. No, above the orange. Oh yeah, yep, that one. Yeah. But you see the what I mean? It kind of makes it fluorescent. Like the white, if they're somewhat fluorescent, but not as much. But then watch when I go blue. Oh shit! There you go. Watch when I go blue, it's gonna pop out even more. See that? That's why some people prefer all the way blue, and then they get like these orange glasses to make it look the light like a white again. But that's what I mean with the blue light. So what I do is I have a mostly blue, and then with a little bit of white in there to try to like get the best of both. Right there. That's where I keep it at. You see that? It's fluorescent, but also white at the same time. "1916, like the blue light for sure." Atkins was saying that. With what is the orange glasses? Oh, so the orange glasses, what it does, it when you put the lights all blue, the orange filters, it'll make the blue light not go through the glasses. So when you look at the tank looks white again. That's basically what it does. It's like a polarized lens. It cuts out the blue light, but it lets in all the other colors, so that your tank will look white, even though you have all the blue light on it. And then when you have that, these guys start make it makes them look bright, but with the glasses, it'll still be bright, but the tank will look white. That's the best way I'm able to put it. Hold on, I think I got some lens. Hold on, let me see real quick. All right, 1916. I was able to find my lens that I use on the camera. Hold on. Nope. Oh, here's an orange one and a yellow one. Okay. I'm gonna put it on my phone's camera, but these are meant for like the cameras of the camera. I think this is the orange one or the brown one. Watch, you see that? This is what he meant with the orange glasses. It'll do something similar to that. You see that? The tank's blue, but with the glasses, you see a different color. Where the hell's my camera at? Oh, it's right here. You see that? Watch, let me put the tank more blue. And it'll just make it look a little bit more whiter. Yeah, it's just for footage. So when people put those glasses on, it's just to make the color white so you don't see a lot of blue. Watch, let me get the different lens color. I got a whole bunch of colors, but these are the three ones that I use for it. But the lens that they use for the glasses is the same shit. Oh, this one makes it more green. I think this is the green or yellow lens. But these ones are for my other camera when I do videos. Yeah, it's like a tint basically. So the certain glasses that they make in the hobby, they're orange, so it'll cut the blue like how you saw right now. Oh, these are the regular polarized lenses. These are the gray ones. Like I have all the other colors on my over there, but let me see. Let me take off some blue light because this lens is meant for a little bit lesser blue. All right, so let's say that's where I keep it at, but you see that? It just makes it cuts the blue light, so you just see the white light. You see that? So when people go to trade shows, they'll give you these orange glasses, and instead of looking at looking at all the tanks that look blue, because people they want to sell their corals, so they make the blue so they can make them more fluorescent, and then they'll give you these glasses so you don't see blue light, you see like a white. You see that? That's all it is. So when he was talking about the glasses, that's what he meant. Damn, that's dope. Yeah, I see the difference. Yeah, that's all it meant, man. That's all he meant. But you see, you still see the fluorescence. You see the anemone? Oh shit. You can still see it's fluorescent, and then, but you'll definitely tell on these guys. See that? You'll see the fluorescence still. Watch. Let me change it to white light. Let's see how it looks. See, and then on this one, it just starts to look orange. That's why when it's too white, you get other colors. This one's a gray polarized. This is a normal polarized lens. But you can see it. You see the white. The tank looks white, and then it'll just make it look more natural right there. See that? What's the other color? I forgot. Oh, this is the yellow. This is gonna make it look yellow. I got a whole bunch of different color ones. See, this one just makes it look yellow. I got like blue, purple, pink, a whole bunch of different color ones. But these three are the top ones that I use for when I film my tank. The lighter blue glasses look better. Yeah. Man, next time I'll get the blue lens so you can see how it looks blue with the white. But let me put the color spectrum back where it was. Yeah, it was right about there. Fuck it, right there. But yeah, I mean, big old difference. The lighter blue glasses look better. Yeah. I also got like the red one, orange ones. This is a, I can't, it's hard to tell at night, but I think this is the orange filter. They got better orange ones will cut more of the blue light. Cause you see the snail shell, you can actually see the purple on it. I don't know how I could put it standing up right there. But I'll just leave it there so you can see it. So that probably what the YouTubers used to film, huh? Make their tank look clean. Yeah, exactly, bro. So a lot of YouTubers, what they do is they get these lenses and they put them on, and sometimes they put it on to cut the blue light, or other times they make it so the colors of the coral look like fucking like some crazy shit. But people that know, they know, oh, this guy's using a lens, and it makes their corals look like that. So definitely, when you see a lot of the photography, they add some of these lenses, and people think that they got a really rare coral or something special and shit, but it's not. It's just that they're using these lenses to make the colors of the coral look different. Like if I use the blue lens, that I have. I just had to go get it. Um, they make the colors of the coral look like a whole different coral sometimes, and people buy that shit and then they get upset when it's just like a normal one. Tricks of the trade. Yeah, I'm showing you all the tricks, bro. I'm not. I don't lie to people. So let's say the coral. I mean, I could take a picture and then sell it even more expensive because people are gonna think it's a different one. Yeah, scammers. Laughing my ass off, scammers. Yeah, exactly, bro. They scam your ass. Um, and you got to be careful with that. But people that know, be like, "Oh, dude, I know you're fucking with us." And then sometimes people go all blue on their light spectrum to make the colors pop out, and they don't have no white in the light. Like, see this light? It looks white but blue also. They go all blue, and they take a picture with that, and then people think that's the natural color of the coral, but it's not. So when you buy a coral, even in person, tell them to put the color white, because a white color light is gonna give you the real color of the coral, and then you're gonna see that it looks more brown than green. Like, see, this one looks green, but when I add white to it, a lot of the green goes away. You see that shit? So when people do photography, they go all blue, and then they take a picture. Now it just looks orange. You see that shit? It just looks orange because it's an orange filter. But if I would add a blue filter, I'll cut the white light and make this blue, the coral blue. There's definitely scammers, man, and a lot of people get mad for that shit. When you go to the pet store, they have the light all blue like that. Okay, so watch when you buy your corals. Just watch out for that. That's why you want to get corals that look good under both lights, both the white and the blue. Yeah, I can't hide it with the white light. Yeah, you see, you can't hide it, man. But a lot of people, man, there's a lot of scammers. Like if you go right now on Instagram, a lot of people put their lens and shit, and they'll take a cool picture, but then they lie to you saying that that's the natural color of it, but it's not. You gotta definitely be careful with that. I should get like some tape, and that'll be look pretty cool right there. What are the price ranges for corals? It depends what you get. You could get some for $10, and then some could like go up to like 500, 1,000, 5,000. These ones right here, they're like about 40 per each head. Like these, they're like $40. Once in a while, you could get some for like $10, but they're like the brownish, purplish colors sometimes. They look more brown. What? Yeah, 500. Yeah, some of these ones right here, they're going up for that price. It's fucking crazy. That's why I said you can make a lot of money. Yeah, and then when you go to trade shows, it kind of shows a more natural color with the blue thing. I mean, with the orange. But like I said, most photography they'll do like those real nice, pretty colors just to scam you. And that's why people get mad because they'll pay like $100, $500 for a coral, and when they get it and they throw it in their lights, it's fucking. It looks like shit, and people get mad. But these ones, bro, the if you like said if you set up a tank like this guy's splitting, if you set up a tank, I'll just give it. I'll just give you one, or I'll even just cut that half right there, the skeleton. I'll just cut that, and then I'll just send you one. And then you keep them. A lot of people collect corals, and then if you're the only one that has it, you could put whatever price range you want. But me personally, um, I don't buy expensive corals. But I mean, if I had the money, I mean, I would. But even then, I think about it because like I don't think it's worth it. Like these, I could probably sell for like $80 a head. Like one of these. Maybe not this one because it's more common, but this one like 80, $100 max, like 150. But I wouldn't sell it for that. And then if people that use my salt, I just give them away. I'm trying to put this right there so you can see that. But yeah, bro, like corals are expensive. But at the same time, all you need is a little piece and they'll grow to something big. Yeah, I would pay 500 for nothing. Yeah. Same here, bro. A lot of us feel that way. So the real problem, there's two problems. One, all the rich people, man, they drive the prices up, bro. Like one of these corals, fuck, they'll be like, let's say someone like me will be like, hey, dude, that shit's $500, and then the rich people they buy that shit, and it brings the prices up, and it's like, fuck, like how the hell do we compete against that kind of shit? We can't. And then another thing, if they're protected, the prices of corals go up because then you can't get them. And then the second thing that's wrong is a lot of people that are new, they kill the coral, so they're constantly buying the coral. And so since people know that they're selling, they'll pick up the price. So those are like three things that drive the prices up, but mostly it's rich people. Rich people drive the prices hella high. Like there were these gold ones that look like this. They used to be like 40 to 60, and right now they're 250 to $400 minimum. And it's like, what the fuck? The Look for gold torches. Those are the ones I'm talking about. They're golden. Under white light, they just look like a pale yellow. Under blue, they look really like a nice gold, um, like a gold fluorescent color. And they sell them that much, and it's crazy, man. But like I said, I'm not sure if you saw the Calypso's reefs, but me and that dude, we kind of agree on the corals, and he's gonna send me some, but he also thinks the same thing that a lot of corals are overpriced. But like I said, you just gotta wait or just go to different pet stores and stuff, and they'll sell different. They usually most pet stores they focus on one type of coral, and they'll bring the prices of that one down, and you just gotta search, and they'll sell them sometimes even for like $10. I usually buy corals for like $10, man. Like this one up here, they're usually like about 50 to $100. I only paid $10 for that. This one, same thing. These ones are like $20 a polyp, and for three polyps, I just paid $20. You just gotta search around or trade with people that got other corals. But any of the corals I got, man, I'll hook you up, bro. You just gotta get that tank, and I'll hook you up with some of the corals. Grow them out, and then you can just sell them or trade them. That's why I think like if more raza would go into the aquarium hobby, they could make a lot of money and just sell all the corals to a bunch of rich white people or any rich motherfucker, honestly. I was watching something about indoor plant market, 3 to 5 thousand for a plant. What the fuck? Yeah, I agree, man. Fucking plants are overpriced, but corals, man, they sell. I think for even more, especially if you get them from a part of the ocean where it's now protected. You could sell corals for like $8, $10,000, bro. It's like fuck, man. Like these bounce mushrooms, I don't have any, um but like these bounce mushrooms, they were like $2, $3,000. I think they were even as high as like 5 to 8. It's fucking crazy. In time, bro, I'm thinking about maybe joining the military, so I don't know about getting a tank yet, but definitely see the appeal. Man, I wish you the best, bro. I kind of don't like anyone joining the military because I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of risk. Just be safe, bro. I just want you to come back alive, man. But you know, thank you for the support, bro. And I'm just glad you see the hobby and stuff, man. Try to introduce you to the hobby. But like I said, it's not gonna go anywhere, man. And I'm just gonna be growing the corals and finding new homes for them. And take your time, man. There's no rush to anything. And like I said, in this tank, man, I usually just do like one water change a month. But since I'm trying to get rid of the algae, I'm trying to do it as much as I can. I was gonna do it right now, but right now that you said, but then I kind of got lazy. But I should. Hold on, bro. I'm gonna get you out. Nah, just my cat's bugging me. But yeah, there's the different things, man, that I'm showing you, man, and a lot of people they don't tell you a lot of the stuff that I'm telling you. For sure, bro. I'm a nature lover too, bro. I would be happy. Would have been a hippie if I wasn't born in the hood. Oh shit. Oh, that's hella funny, but I get you, bro. I don't think I could be a hippie though. I don't know. Unless if I was like a rich hippie, like Chong in the movie. That dude has some rich ass parents. Yeah, man. I hope to see your company grow. Oh, thank you, bro. That means a lot. Like I'm trying, man. I'm trying. And I'm always trying to promote myself in some way. But I guess like the best way to promote yourself is to do it yourself. Like I sent the salt to a lot of different YouTubers that do reefs and shit, and and none of them really fucking wanted to help after. I don't know, man. It's like they were cool with it, and then they kind of became haters after. You know what I mean? Well, farmer nature boy, laugh out loud. Yeah, I get you, bro. I get you, bro. I get it. Like our people were, I think our people, like raza and stuff, indigenous people, I think we're the closest to nature than like the rest of the world and the other races, man. I mean, within other races, there's people that are close to nature, but like for our people as a whole, I think we're the closest to nature from all the other people. I don't know. I don't know if it's like our culture or just genetically we are closer to nature. I don't know, man. Because if you look at the way like like horses, right? If you look at other cultures, how they treat the horses and everything, they say they break the horses or whatever, the horse's spirit. And then when the white people they brought their horses, they saw how the indigenous people would be with the horses. Like they would see us do with all these tricks with the horses. That they never seen that in their cultures, and that's because we kind of believe to be with the spirit of the animal, and we don't believe in like breaking an animal's spirit kind of shit. But that's just me. That's just my thought. But hold on, bro. Let me get my cat out. She keeps bugging me. There you go, bro. My bad. Well, I don't know. We all the same. Yeah, I get you, bro. I get you, bro. Yeah, cats ever eat your fish? No, actually, no. I have them drink out of the water a lot. I don't know why, but the cats like to drink out of the salt water. Maybe because like salt for like cows, they eat salt. They need salt lick or whatever. I don't know, but I see them drinking both the fresh and the salt water, so it's kind of crazy. 1916. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Oh shit. You saw the snail? Fucking it tumbled. Hey, but 1916, man, thank you for supporting me for sure, bro. It means a lot, man. Is that what that was? Yeah, it was the snail that fell off right there. It's starting. It got its foot back stuck in the thing. There you go. You can see his little antenna right there sticking out. Of course, bro. Yeah, thank you, G. Yeah, I had to surprise you on the radio. Surprise you're on the radio. I know, man. Are you talking about Tony's channel? Tony A's? Yeah, man. I was even thinking of paying the $100 to Tony and go on his what's it called, dining with the wizard thing. Cause I'm not a rapper or anything. I don't know if I actually make it to the Rhodium show like that, unless if it was dining with the wizard and pay the $100. If I had the $100 to spare, I'll just fucking pay it. Fuck it. But I was on Hood Stocks though. I was on Hood Stocks number 54. It went all bad, but it was whatever. Yeah, I thought it was all cholos. Yeah, me too, man. I thought so too. But I hope even the rappers oh, it was all bad. I don't know, man. It's just I cuz I went there to talk about aquatics and science, and then I kind of got lost in the story part, and then I didn't even get to talk about the aquatic parts much until like the second half of the interview. And then I got the callers, man. The callers were like brutal. It was crazy, man. I don't know. It wasn't my best. It was my first time being live, and then first time being on a podcast, and it was crazy, man. It's almost like if you're gonna do a speech and you know your speech, and then you kind of like get a little bit of stage fright kind of shit, and then you forget everything. Nah, I'm gonna have to watch that. Oh fuck. Yeah, on Hood Stocks it's called Night in the Apollo. That's what Lucky called it. But it was Hood Stocks number 54. It was crazy, man. Lucky invited me to go on again, and then when I go on, I'm gonna take that little tank that I showed you right now. I'm gonna put it right in the front desk right there. But I didn't really talk about a lot about the fish stuff. That's what I was a little bit disappointed in myself, but at the same time, I was happy because I managed to save it in the end. You know, it's kind of weird, man. Have more confidence, bro. You're a cool ass dude. Oh, thank you, bro. Yeah, I mean, fuck. It was my first interview ever, man. It was fucking hard. I mean, it was crazy, man. That's all I got to say. Oh, that was dope. Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, I'm gonna take that little tank because it'll fit nicely in that tank in the table and stuff. It's pretty small. I mean, you saw how small it is. It's only like about a 7-inch cube or so. It's pretty small. It's only 2 gallons of water. But yeah, that's my plan. Going on there and then put it right there and display and then just talk about the aquariums and science and shit. Then honestly, I could talk about how to set up or bring creatures from like from Earth into other planets and shit. And I don't know, man. Like I said, I should have talked about fish more than anything, but I don't know. Cause I started talking about kind of where I grew up, and then you know how I don't know. You know how it's kind of like I don't know, man. It's kind of weird being us, cause like you said, oh, we grew up next to the hood, and then everybody you know is basically almost like a cholo, and I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's like when other people talk about where they grew up, they sound totally different. It's like we don't have that type of life. Like the whole valid Victorian. I thought that was just some stupid shit that you see on Saved by the Bell. I never knew that was really a thing. Like shit like that, man. It's like I don't know. It's like we don't talk about certain things that other people talk about. What do you mean you grew up in the suburbs? I grew up in San Jose, California. Well, what I mean is like I don't know, man. I don't know how to put it. I don't know. I guess it's just the energy. Like our people have different energy. I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, so they started with the politics. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, I guess yeah, man. Like for example, I grew up in the west part of San Jose, and then like let's say people in the east side of San Jose, they don't get along. Yeah, see, you have to watch it, bro. The best way maybe to put it is like in the west part of San Jose. It's more like a southern, like the blue people that like the blue. And I grew up there, and then I started going to school in the South San Jose, and that's kind of where like north, south, and east side San Jose are like mostly red. And I never knew just because where I grew up, people won't really enjoy that. You know what I mean? It was fucking weird. It was weird to me because I always thought it just because I don't know, I wasn't really into that, so I thought like it was all just our people, and it was just confusing to me. I don't know. Like I get it and I don't get it. It's one of those things, man. Oh yeah, so I went to school in South San Jose, and then there was a lot of people from the east side, and I don't know why, man, but they thought I was a southerner, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just trying to get by. But it's because there was no other. there weren't really there was nobody that was a southerner at the school, so I guess they had to pick on somebody. Nah, me either. I get what you're saying. It's all dumb, bro. Yeah, I respect it and everything, but like, it's not something I want to be a part of. That's fucked up. Yeah, man, it was fucked up. There's nothing fun having like 20, 30 Northerners wanting to kill you every day. It was crazy, man. I don't know, man. And tell it like it is. It's dumb, bro. It is, bro. I don't know, man. And I think I don't know. It's kind of sad more than anything. It's like you're seeing your people fight, and then you feel powerless, and you can't really do anything to stop it, man. And like nothing you do is really gonna change anything. But that's why I went on Lucky show, because Lucky was like, "Yeah, I would have a northerner, or he wants to have like a northerner sit in his chair." Oh shit! So yeah, that's why I thought go on Lucky show because he's more open minded. But like I don't know, man, it's kind of crazy. But I noticed there's no active northerner channels or anything. It is we stopping our own people. Yeah. MB Reef, what's up? Thank you for joining, bro. But yeah, man, it's like 1916. Yeah, man, it's like I don't know how to put it, bro. It's just like I want to see our people succeed, and I don't know, man. I think you don't want to say much on this channel. Huh, good. I get it. No, I don't mind. Like I'll say anything, but like it's sometimes hard to articulate what I'm trying to say. Real early here in New York. Hey, thank you, MB Reeve. Shout out to the East Coast. Yeah, thank you for showing up. MB Reef, I know you speak Spanish también, right? Yeah. I see you writing on Calypso's channel in Spanish, so saludos. Oh yeah, but 1916, you know what I really want to say? Like let's say, sí, yeah. Thank you, MB Reef. Sí, yeah, sí sé que hablas español. Oh yeah, so 1916. So I really want to say is that like let's say we go to prison, right? And you're forced to like choose a side, right? And to me, it's like the state of California is on purposely creating like cholos and like aiding in bad behavior, and they themselves know, and like they themselves know what's going on, and they're putting a lot of our people in jail, and then people that don't do anything are forced to do something. Just say you don't have to be eloquent. Yeah, yeah. So I was saying like we're forced to join a side, and then it's like man, like they're imprisoning our people, and then like I was told by people that have been in there like, oh, you can't just sit there, they make you work. So it's like they're getting like free slave labor, man. And then they're always targeting like our people, and it's like we're always going to prison and stuff. MB Reef, sorry man, we're getting a little bit we're talking about something different, but I'll start talking about corals pretty soon, but yeah, we're just talking about life in California or just life of our people here in the U.S. kind of. It's cool to talk about fish. No, it's all good. It's all good. Well, thank you, 1916. But I'll definitely we'll touch up on that next time. But I don't know, man. Like what we're saying, I just think it's all crazy. But watch the interview in Hood Stocks, and then I was talking about it, and then we got calls, and then I was being made fun of. Change your water. Fuck, they said that the second time. All right, fuck it. I'm gonna change the water. Then I mean, fuck it. All right, 1916. I'm gonna change the water. I'm gonna watch it. Oh yeah, watch the Hood Stocks episode, and then I just try to talk about everything. All right. MB Reef, I'm not sure if you're on here, bro, but MB Reef. Yeah, ask him, bro. I don't know where he's from either. I just know he speaks Spanish, but I know most people on the East Coast are Puerto Ricans or I don't know, but Cubans. I don't know. All right, so when I do a water change, 1916, get this little tube. It's called a siphon, and I'm just gonna start it and then just start sucking out the sand, and then I'm gonna pour the new fresh water in there. But first, let me turn off the water pump. Yep, that's it. Perfect. Yeah, I hope MB Reef's still on. He said it was early over there in New York. I think they're like 3 hours ahead. It's probably like 5:30 over there. Yeah, so 1916. This is all I do. Just when the sand goes all the way to the top of the tube, you pinch the hose, and then it'll drop back down, so you don't suck out the sand. But you definitely want to get rid of the nasty shit in there. Like earlier, you heard that one guy said he never gravel vacs the sand. Well, I don't know if you saw that part, but he said he doesn't gravel vac the sand on both the fresh and salt water. But I always do that shit. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah. So people are gonna tell you different things. Me, I'm the guy that believes into getting that nasty shit out. That's why I don't like having corals in the sand, because you always gotta move them or whatever. right, let's say I'm just gonna take out that much water. When you have any tank, whether it's fresh or salt, don't change more than 50% of the water, because that's when you start killing shit. But let's say that's all the water I take out. Oh shit, you didn't even see what the fuck I was doing. My bad, bro. Let me start it again. This is all I do, okay? I only do this like once a month or twice a month, and that's pretty much it. Fuck, spray all that. Alright. It's because I already have the salt mixed up. And then I'm just going to fill it up. Next time I'll actually mix the salt, because I'm going to run out right now anyways. And then I just throw the water back in. Now I want it to point up. Alright. So you take a little at a time. Yeah, that's all you take out. No more than 50%. Right now I probably only took out like 15% of the water. You don't really need to change a lot of water unless your tank really needs it. But I mix it in these 5-gallon jugs. But I usually use the bucket. There's my dirty water in the bucket. But now I'm gonna throw the water back in. This water is cold. That's why I'm not changing too much, because the temperature is pretty cold. There you go. All right. All right. All right. So usually in the summer, I change out a little bit more water, but when the water is this cold in the wintertime, I don't change as much. This is that I moved that rock when I was with the little tube. All right. And then plug it back in. Oh shit. And there you go. That's all you do. Just do it once or twice a month and you should be good. And it's not that complicated. That's all you do, bro. Oh yeah, I saw the temp should be warm, right? Yeah, the temperature should be warm, but since I dumped the cold water in, you see the temperature, it dropped. Fuck, hold on, let me move this shit. It was at 78, but when I added the water, it dropped to 70. You see that? That's why I don't change too much water in the wintertime. Unless I heat up the water. But it's still barely in the safe zone. You see that? You want to be up here, 78. Because the temperature of the heater, it's already pre-programmed and it shuts off at 78. But with just that little bit of water that I did, what was it, like about 2 gallons of water, maybe 3? It dropped the temperature a lot. The enemy's starting to open up. And then that's all you do. Just do that once or twice a month. And like I said, I made it so anybody could do it. Because all the chemicals, I calculated it for you. So you don't have to be messing with it too much. Ah, easy. Yeah, man. Like I said, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. However that saying goes. Yeah, see, es de fácil. It's just that easy. I mean, there's nothing hard about it. Like, the hardest part is the chemistry, but like I said, since I did that for you, it's pretty easy. And then, like, let's say you want to add a little bit of chemicals. I'll show you what to add real quick. I mean, you already saw the baking soda and all that shit. You add this when the water evaporates. Because if you dump pure fresh water in there, it's too acidic and it'll drop the pH of the water, okay? All right. So let's say when you do a water change, these are the other chemicals that I didn't show you earlier. So this one's iodine, and they usually sell these bottles. I bought these bottles at Petco, okay? So this is iodine. You can use any brand. This is just the brand that they had because they didn't have this brand. This is the brand I usually use. And then this is amino acids and trace elements. And the amino acids is all biological shit, so it rots. It's like it's not a salt or anything. So I only add a little bit of both. Yeah, all right, cool. I don't want to hold you up all night. Yeah, it's all good, bro. I'm just gonna finish this and then we're done. All right, so you just add a little bit of this. See that? Like that much. You just add a few drops right inside the tank. See that? Just that. And then add a little bit of this one also. And we're done. Hey, but thank you for joining the whole live, man. That's pretty cool. Thank you, man. And then the iodine. So the iodine, what it does, it helps the shrimp and crabs and everything grow because they shed their outer shell. But this iodine, I'm throwing it in for the sea anemone so it could help it heal while it's dividing. And just like that, just add a few drops of this, like 2 drops of this and 1 drop of that. But depending on how big your tank is, okay? Just add a little bit more of this. There you go. And that's it. Just add that once a month. Add these once a month or a little bit every water change, and that's it. Other than that, don't add anything else to the system. A lot of YouTubers are gonna tell you to do a whole bunch of other shit, but don't do that, okay? But that's all it is, bro. Just like that easy. But 1916, I'm pretty sure you could do that. But you see that? That's it, and we're done. I mean, these guys they're still somewhat open. They just didn't like that temperature change, but they're still open. The sea anemone opened up. Remember earlier? I stressed it out. Gotcha, man. Make sound easy. Yeah, see, I do, and I feel like I made it easy for anybody. But that's it. I mean, it's nothing complicated, and then you just gotta watch them grow. Don't be impatient, and don't be moving your corals and stuff. Like I had them glued right here, but I had to move them away because an enemy crawled over them, like on a different video. But it's that easy, man. It's not that hard. You could do it. Like I said, just use the salt that I'm using, and then you should be able to do this. It gets complicated with other salts because you have to measure and all this stuff, and it gets pretty complicated. I'm not gonna lie, it gets complicated if you use a different brand. I mean, I've grew corals. I've been successful with all these other brands, but I always had to adjust the chemicals, and you kind of have to start learning chemistry and all that shit. But me, I try to like make it so even like anybody could do it, like people that don't have time. But just do that. What I did once a month, twice a month, if it needs it, and that's it. It's nothing that hard. But I feel you, bro. I know you gotta go, so I'm just gonna dump this water out, and then I'm just gonna end the live. So let me just go dump this out real quick. I guess I'll just leave that there. Yeah, so just remember about what I told you about the color filters. People try to scam you and shit. And believe me, we've all been scammed in some way or another when people selling us corals, especially at the pet store when they don't want to put the white light on your coral. And you buy a coral and when you get it, it doesn't look that good. All right, take it easy. Don't freeze on Dining with the Wizard. Left out piece. Yeah, that's if I go on, bro. I'll try to go on, see what happens. Pay the $100, but I won't, bro. After Hood Stocks, I kind of know what to do. You know what I mean? But go watch Hood Stocks, the 54, and just laugh your butt off. It'll be funny. But I'll let you go, bro. Thank you, man, for watching. I highly appreciate it. Man, I'll see you next time on the live, either on Hood Stocks, Tony's. Oh yeah, I see Incredible Javier. Once in a while, I also go to American Cholo. But yeah, man, I'll see you anywhere. But thank you for watching, bro. And yeah, thank you, man. No words to explain how thankful I am. But I'll let you go, my boy. All right, my boy, I'll let you go. 1916, thank you, man. And everybody else that joined. Thank you, bro. Of course, man. Thank you, G. You're a real G, bro. Bam. All right, G. I'll let you go.